Okay, here's another code for you guys. Small room rule. So most times when you have a little small room office like this, light hazard, where it applies. A lot of guys will get confused about the small room rule or don't even know it exists. Sometimes it's really good in a situation to know it because you might need to apply it in sometimes. And what could happen is that the learner might put his box right there and the lights are right here and you got ductwork right there and throw everything off on your spacing of the walls. So that small room rule was applied for a situation like that. Now, if you keep in mind that the small room rule is for up to 800 square feet, which you could probably have 4 sprinklers in that big of a room if it's 700 square feet. You could still apply it. So what the application is if you're in a room, you got 4 walls, don't pay attention to the window, it's very similar. If you're 7/6 off each 3 walls, that's all you have to do is make sure you're at least 7/6 off each wall, which 7/6 is way out here. So obviously it's gonna work this way. And if I go 7/6 off this wall, which is right here, then I'm probably gonna be over 7/6 on this, which I am. I'm 8 feet. But the small rooms rule says you can be 9 feet off that one wall, just one. But you gotta make sure you meet 7/6 of the other 3. So as long as you go apply that, you're good. So the code is 800 square feet, under 800 square feet. And then the other one is you gotta make sure that your lintel depth, someone over here, Jeremiah, and you gotta make sure your lintel depth is more than 8 inches. Obviously this one's 2 feet. So that is applicable to the situation. The other one is your door width can be up to, I want to say 8 feet. They'll still be applicable as long as you maintain an 8-inch lintel depth or greater. If it's smaller than that, or the door all the way to the ceiling, small room rule goes out the door. You can't use it. So you gotta have those 2 applications to make sure you use, and light hazard, to use the small room rule. It's important that you know those 3 before you apply it in a room. This is a typical situation, and like I said, it works for you when you have ductwork, lights, alarm, and there could be other stuff up there, and that helps in that situation. And you're doing a tenant improvement or new construction sometimes too. So that's pretty much it on small room rules. Remember, you can do big rooms too, as long as it's up to under 800 square feet. You can do the same application and make sure that all your sprinkler heads are coming 9 feet off the wall, within 9 feet off of one of those walls, and you're 7/6 off the other 3 from the sprinkler heads. So that'll work even in that situation. It doesn't look like a small room, but it works up to 800 square feet. Okay, hope that makes sense, and know your code.